Sometimes you have to get out of your comfort zone and experiment cooking something new in your kitchen, like pizza. So in this recipe, I'm going to be showing you a very easy and simple, sweet, savory sausage stovetop pizza, which is going to turn out absolutely delicious with each bite. You'll need some fresh yeast for this recipe. So I have 10 grams, that is 2 teaspoons of instant yeast, which I'm going to add into my bowl. And because the yeast is instant, I'm going to add in the rest of the ingredients. So I'll start off with sugar, a touch of salt, and you're going to find the list of ingredients in the description box down below. Then I'm going to add in a cup of all-purpose flour, mix in my ingredients until fully combined. Then next, I'm going to gradually add in some lukewarm water. Mix up everything until a shaggy dough forms. And within seconds, the dry ingredients are going to absorb in the moisture from the water, so you're going to get a shaggy dough. So if you notice that your dough is on the sticky side, you can sprinkle in a little bit of flour as you mix up, or you can transfer to your countertop and knead the dough for around 3 to 5 minutes. If you have some dry yeast in the house, you're going to add in sugar, instant yeast, and your lukewarm water. Then you're going to wait for around 5 minutes for the yeast to bloom. When working with this, sugar is very important because it feeds the yeast, hence you get that lovely textured dough. So as you're sprinkling in some extra flour, don't add in too much, because if you add in too much flour, the texture of the dough is going to change. And also, kneading your dough for several minutes is going to activate the gluten structure of the flour. So you're going to knead as you pull until the dough is soft. So once the dough is perfect, just like this, I'm going to wrap up with a plastic wrap, place in a warm area in my kitchen, and wait for around 30 minutes to an hour, or until the dough is doubled up in size. So I'll add in a teaspoon of cooking oil, which is going to prevent the dough from drying out. Spread the oil, and as you can see, the dough is very elastic at this point. Right now it's a little bit cold, so I'm going to cover with a kitchen towel and place on my countertop and let the dough rest. Then I'm going to clean my hands. As the dough is resting, I'm going to show you how to make a very simple sauce from scratch, which is going to need around 4 to 5 ingredients. So you'll need some tomatoes, onions, and garlic. I have salt, a lemon, and cooking oil. And also you'll need a blender, which you're going to blend up the ingredients. This is an easy peasy recipe which you can't miss out trying. So I'm going to cover my blender and blend everything into a puree. If you have a big blender, you're going to add in a splash of water, which is going to help you blend up your fresh ingredients. So now I'm going to place my pan over medium flame, add in a tablespoon of cooking oil. Then I'm going to transfer in my puree. Add in a splash of water to my blender to get all the puree out. Then I'm going to stir in everything. Add in some salt to season the sauce. Then you're going to reduce the flames to medium-low and simmer your sauce for around 5 minutes or until everything is thick. So the garlic is going to add in a very nice flavor into the pizza sauce, while the onion and tomato are going to create a very lovely sauce for your for the pizza, that is. As the sauce simmers, I'm going to add in half a teaspoon of oregano, stir in. It's perfectly seasoned, so I'm going to add in a touch of sugar, which is going to balance the acidity of the sauce, and also I'm going to squeeze in around a teaspoon of lemon juice, which is going to add in tartness into the sauce. Mix up and let the sauce cook for around 2 more minutes. The water has evaporated. As you can see, the sauce is thick. So now I'm going to put out the flames and transfer to a bowl. Sauce is ready. My dough has doubled up in size and it has been around 30 minutes. That means that my kitchen is super warm. And also I've prepped up my toppings. We have some onions, assorted peppers. You can throw in a green bell pepper. I didn't have one. I have some cheese and sausages. So I'm going to use the same pan that I cooked my sauce to cook my sausages. I'm going to place my dough aside, and I have around 6 sausages for the recipe, and this is beef sausage. You can also use some chicken. So I'm going to add in a tablespoon of cooking oil into the same pan that I used to cook my sauce. Then for the recipe, you need 6 sausages, which you're going to remove the casing and add into the pan. You can also substitute with some chicken sausage, which is going to add in a nice chicken flavor into the pizza. You're going to use a spatula and break down the sausages as they're cooking. And because I used the same pan that I used to cook my sauce, we have bits of onions, tomatoes, garlic, which is going to add in more flavor into the sausages. And there's no reason to add in seasoning into the sausages because they are already seasoned. Using a non-stick pan is quite a hack because there's no need to wash. All you have to do is maybe wipe down the pan or continue cooking using the same bits of meat, chicken, and cooking oil. It's going to take around 2 to 3 minutes for the sausages to fully cook down. Three minutes in, my sausages are getting a perfect color. As you can see, we have a little bit of char, which makes the sausages get a nice smoky flavor. So now I'm going to put out the flames because my toppings are ready. So I'm going to pick a rolling pin, some extra all-purpose flour. Then I'm going to keep my toppings aside so that I can roll out my dough. So I'm going to punch to remove the excess air pockets, transfer to my countertop. But first I'm going to sprinkle some flour. Then I'm going to knead the dough for around a minute. As you can see, the dough is very elastic. It's not sticky at all. I'm going to spread some more flour. Tuck the dough in the bottom just like this to form a smooth surface. Then I'm going to sprinkle some more flour. Use my rolling pin and roll out my dough. And it is at this point that you're going to place a cast iron pan over medium low flame or a heavy bottomed pan, because this is a stovetop recipe. Then you're going to preheat your pan for around 2 to 3 minutes. Once the pan is ready, you're going to transfer in your piece of dough. Then you're going to push the dough using your fingertips, just like this. Use a fork and poke the dough so that it can evenly cook. Over medium-low flame, you're going to cook the dough for around a minute on each side. So make sure you have a spatula which is going to help you flip the dough. So I'm going to check on mine. It's perfectly cooking. As you can see, we have bubbling on top. So now I'm going to flip. Wow, just look at that crust. Cook for around 20 seconds on the other side. 20 seconds in, I'm going to flip once more and just look at that. The dough is not yet fully cooked, but because you're going to be adding in the rest of the, because we're going to be adding in some toppings, it's going to fully cook. So I'll start off with my pizza sauce, which is looking so gorgeous. Use a spoon, spread on the dough. I'm going to add in a generous amount of the sauce because it's so delicious. Then I'm going to add in some cheese. Sausages. Bell peppers. Some onions. Then I'm going to top up with some more mozzarella cheese. Add in a splash of water, just a splash, which is going to create steam. Then you're going to cover and let the cheese melt. After around 2 minutes, you'll catch a very lovely flavor on your kitchen from the sauce and also the sausages, the cheese. Everything is going to be fantastic. And as you can see, the cheese is perfectly melted. So I'm going to put out the flames, check on my crusts, and we have a lovely color. So now I'm going to use my pizza cutter and cut into my pizza, and just look at that cheese melt. As I said earlier on, this is a pizza for two, so we are going to be enjoying the pizza straight from the pan, and the pan is going to keep the pizza warm as we dig in. As you can see, we have an amazing cheese pull. Wow, just look at that. Sausages are perfectly cooked, veggies are soft, so now I'm going to give my pizza a try. The crust is perfectly crispy, and also the veggies are looking so lovely together with the sausage, which adds in a very nice flavor to the pizza.